At the time a candidate for the magician's path is accepted by a mentor magician, not only is that individual beginning their practice as a novice, but the mentor is also at a point in their progression, their magical journey. Not all mentors are the same. And I know I keep referring to this story that is popular in our culture right now, but there's so much beautiful material in it. But Willow becomes the mentor to a couple of young magicians, or sorcerers as they're called in the story. And the learning and transformation in that relationship happens for all of them. The reason I bring this up is that a novice may be mentoring with a wandering magician or with a magician at home. And of course, there's the potential for going back and forth between those states in the course of an apprenticeship that takes years. And I bring that up to say that I will actually talk more about the wandering magician in the future. That's actually a super important element in the magician's path. Nevertheless, generally I will make a reference to the mentor magician with the assumption that they are home. Traditional homes for magicians range from the tower to the hut. It's not so much the shape of the home as it is the location for the magician's tools of their arts, their workshop. And again, while no format holds 100%, there could be solitary magicians, city magicians, corporate magicians, royal magicians, university magicians. Nevertheless, I like to make general reference to the village of the magician, and any form the magician takes, even if they do not live near an actual village, it could be said that anywhere their location of service is archetypally a village. In this video, this lesson, I am addressing the novice magician. Thus, if you imagine that you are being mentored by an at-home magician, then there is a village near you, surrounding you. However, it's not really your village, it's the magician's village. And since you likely don't have a mentor physically with you, you can think of the village as belonging to the masters who inhabit it and as belonging to Mother Earth, the mother of all the masters. Even though the village doesn't belong to you, it is time for the village to begin to belong to you in a certain sense, in the sense that this geographical area surrounding you is where I invite you to explore from now on. Wherever you are actually listening to this lesson, think about a good-sized but not too big geographical area around where you are located and put an imaginary boundary about it and call it the village. It doesn't matter if you live in the city, the country, or near an actual village. And keep in mind that magicians often live at a distance from the village, not right in it, So, choose a nearby area or a surrounding area, and that's your village. And go out into that village today and often, walking in the stance of the magician as the novice. Walk in neutrality, emptiness, and walk in trustworthiness. Observe and hear as you explore in your village. Practice your magician's eye. Remember that you are not the master of the village. So practice greeting and submitting to the masters there. I greet you in peace. I offer my service. I am willing to receive the wisdom you deliver. Notice the children of earth that inhabit the village. With your eye, you will come to know which squirrel lives in which tree, figuratively, and perhaps literally if you have squirrels in your village. As you observe the humans in the village, notice their magics or their attempts at magics. What are they trying to change? and why? What methods do they use? Are they consumed by their belief in lack? Is there some art that brings them joy? Eventually, you may wish to practice small causes and small communications within your village. Review Keys of Magic videos 3 through 7 and videos 12 and 15. Pick up a dandelion and blow the seeds. That's a cause. Perhaps help a neighbor paint their fence a different color. Notice any translation you do for communications. Do you encounter an elder differently than a child because they have a difference in language? Notice the steps between an idea you have for a new appearance in your village to the full execution of it. What do you have to gather, do? Who do you have to invite to participate? What part does your hand and your voice play in these causes? What was the parameters of power for these causes? And review Keys of Magic video 23 about power. Notice consent. Notice any trust placed in you and any agreement given to you. Notice any return greetings, or at least accepting of greetings. And this doesn't just have to be with humans. Is there an animal that allows you to pet it? Also notice technology. Think of technology as also containing life and magic, which it does. Technology are devices that induce change. Explore your village daily. You may also wish to do your sensory rest practice as soon as you arrive back home, and review Keys of Magic video 45 for that lesson. In other words, review all your lessons, review all the past videos, perhaps one a day, and then go out into the village that day with the lesson in you and practice it. Eventually, your eyes will change, and all you will see is a magical village, full of sacred siblings and abundant with magical art and appearance.